We will show you a number of basic configuration settings for the AXUM. We start with the first configuration setting of the start-stop settings. We click in the matrix settings on source. We would like to activate the start-stop function of CD player 1 and with a continuous signal. If we look here, we can see that CD player 1 is connected to slot 9 on channel 1 and 2. This is the first RJ45 label A on the front panel. We go back to the hardware settings, page 15, rack configurations. Then we select slot 9 and we upload the present card configuration. We know that the CD player is connected to the first RJ45. We also know that on this connector we can find GPO 1 and GPO 2. We want to give GPO 1 a start function for the CD player. We choose a source function because we always want this GPO to start this CD player. We look up in the source list CD player 1 and our next selection is the start function. We also want to stop this CD player, so we use GPO 2 for stop. Again, we select the source function and we select CD player 1. Here we activate the stop function. If we now start the CD player on the control surface GPO 1, it comes to action, and when we generate a stop signal, GPO 2 sends out a signal. But we always wanted a continuous control signal. The setting of GPO 1 we uploaded has a setting of 50, which means a start pulse of 50 milliseconds. GPO 2 is also set to 50 to generate an off pulse of 50 milliseconds. If we want to change this continuously, we only have to change both values to 0. Now we have a continuous signal for both start and stop. And the CD player can be controlled from the control surface. If we also want the start and stop signals to be controlled by the fader, we need to activate the fader on label. We go back to the configuration page and choose again page 5, source configuration, under the heading matrix settings. If we also want a fader start, we can select in the trigger column under the heading start for module fader on and in the column stop for module fader off. Now we have all possibilities activated. We can now start and stop a CD player by a switch in the module, but we can also start and stop the CD player by a movement of the fader.